It is the deadliest predator on Earth. A stealthy, nuclear-powered assassin capable of remaining submerged for months.
The Virginia-Class Fast Attack Submarine. The apex predator of the United States Navy.
Building a submarine is the most complex engineering challenge in the world, harder than the space shuttle.
Its existence begins here, at a colossal shipyard, where steel meets the sea. It starts with HY100 high-tensile steel. It must be strong enough to withstand the crushing pressure of the deep ocean.
Every inch of welding is X-rayed. A single microscopic bubble in the weld could lead to a catastrophic implosion at depth. Massive rollers bend these thick plates into perfect cylinders. These rings form the pressure hull.
Automatic welders fuse the seams. The welds must be stronger than the steel itself. These rings are the ribs of the leviathan. They are stacked to form the long, tubular body of the ship. Reinforced bulkheads are lowered in to separate the ship into watertight compartments.
The exterior is ground smooth. To move silently through the water, there can be no rough edges.
Before the high-tech gear goes in, the steel is coated in layers of anti-corrosion primer.
Unlike ships of the past, submarines are built in massive modular sections called cans.
The pressure hull is complete. A steel bottle designed to hold back the weight of the ocean.
But a steel bottle is useless without power. We are moving to the reactor compartment.
The heart of the beast is the S9G nuclear reactor. It will provide power for the ship's entire 30-year life without refueling.
Miles of high-pressure steam piping are installed. The reactor heats water to spin the turbines.
Giant rubber mounts absorb the vibration of the turbines, preventing the noise from reaching the hull and alerting the enemy.
Slowly. To remain undetectable, the engines are mounted on a floating raft system.
Instead of a traditional propeller, the Virginia-class uses a pump jet propulsor. The main drive shaft is inserted. It connects the steam turbines to the propulsion unit at the rear. This shrouded design reduces cavitation bubbles, making the sub quieter and faster.
The tolerances here are measured in thousandths of an inch. There is no room for error when nuclear power is involved.
This shrouded design reduces cavitation bubbles, making the sub quieter and faster.
The tolerances here are measured in thousandths of an inch. There is no room for error when nuclear power is involved.
While the engine is built, electricians lay the nervous system. Millions of feet of fiber optic cable.
The ship uses fly-by-wire technology, similar to a fighter jet. A joystick replaces the old heavy wheel.
In the bow, the teeth are installed. 12 vertical launch tubes for Tomahawk cruise missiles.
Now, the super modules are ready. It takes days to push these multi-thousand-ton sections together.
And the torpedo room, capable of launching the heavy Mark 48 AD-cap torpedoes. Lasers ensure perfectly straight alignment before the final weld is made.
The final hull welds are completed. The submarine is now one continuous steel pressure vessel.
Workers apply thousands of anechoic tiles to the exterior.
The steel hull is complete, but it reflects sonar like a mirror. It needs to disappear.
This rubber skin absorbs enemy sonar pings and dampens the sub's own internal noise.
The sail is lowered into place. On older ships, this housed the periscopes.
But this sub uses photonics masts, high-definition cameras that send video to the control room via fiber optics.
There is no periscope that looks through the hull. The commander watches the surface on giant flat screens.
Every tile must be perfectly flush. At high speed, a loose tile creates drag and noise.
The construction phase is ending. The giant steel tube has become a warship.
The bow dome covers the massive spherical sonar array, the ears of the ship.
The massive bay doors open. It's time to introduce the ship to her element.
7,000 tons of American engineering rolls out into the daylight. It is moved into a floating dry dock.
She floats. The baptism of the steel is complete.
Pumps flood the dock. For the first time, the hull feels the pressure of the water. A crew of 130 sailors moves on board. This steel tube will be their home for months. The Alpha Sea trials begin. The manufacturer and the Navy push the sub to its absolute limits.
Vents open, ballast tanks fill with water, and the Leviathan slips beneath the surface.
They descend to test depth, a depth that is classified, but deeper than 800 feet. Shipyard engineers are on board, checking for the slightest leak. At this depth, a leak acts like a water jet cutter. High-speed maneuvers. The sub banks like an airplane.
The reactor is pushed to 100% power. The vessel surges forward at over 25 knots.
Weapons systems are tested. The tubes are flooded.
They fire water slugs to test the ejection system without launching live warheads. The sonar team listens. They are checking for self-noise. The goal is total silence. Finally, the emergency blow test.
High-pressure air blasts the water out of the ballast tanks, forcing the sub to the surface in seconds.
The trials are successful. The broom is raised on the mast, signifying a clean sweep of all tests.
Back at the dock, ownership is officially transferred from the shipyard to the United States Navy.
It is a violent, chaotic test, but it proves the ship can save herself in an emergency.
The commissioning pennant is raised. She is now an active warship.
Loaded with cruise missiles and torpedoes, she is ready for patrol. Provisions for 90 days are loaded. Once she leaves, she may not surface again for months.
The Virginia-Class moves out. A masterpiece of American engineering.
The crew prepares for a life without sunlight, living in a steel tube.
Millions of parts, thousands of workers, one silent mission. To protect the seas from the shadows.
Once she slips beneath the waves, she becomes a hole in the water. Invisible. Untouchable.
Built by the hands of welders, electricians, and engineers. The Silent Service.
She is out there right now, watching, waiting.
This is the Leviathan of the deep.